So recently a new show appeared in my Netflix recommendations. It's called Ginny and Georgia. I binged the entire season in one day and I have a lot of thoughts about it. Just a quick spoiler alert. This video will contain spoilers, so watch at your own discretion. And I'm just sharing my opinions in regards to the show that I obviously just watched once. Ginny and Georgia is a new Netflix series which centers around a single mother, Georgia, who has just moved into a new town with her two children. The show focuses more on the relationship she has with her teenage daughter Ginny and Ginny's coming of age adventures, and there's also this little kid. The little brother is cute, but spoiler alert, he's kinda psycho. If this premise sounds familiar to you, then you're not alone. The show screams Gilmore Girls, and they even referenced it in the first episode.
Mom, this isn't us. We're like the Gilmore Girls, but with bigger boobs.
The similarities of the two shows did not stop there. The moms had their daughters pretty early on and out of wedlock. They're young and attractive with multiple love interests. There is the dad, the fiance, and there is an eatery owner who is the one true love. Of course, this may not be true for Ginny and Georgia because we're still in season 1, but I bet you the scenes so far are pointing in that direction. The daughters were portrayed as intelligent, smart, and mature in the beginning of the series, but I personally felt that their characters got more and more insufferable as the series progressed. I stopped watching Gilmore Girls after a few seasons as I grew to dislike Rory. The more she grows, the more I think she makes questionable life decisions, and it just goes to show how immature and selfish she is. So that got me kind of disappointed as a viewer who thought she should have known better. At first, I thought the writers are setting this up for her character development, but upon Googling and reading reviews of the next few seasons, I was disappointed to read that she got even worse, so I stopped watching. Ginny definitely has a very different upbringing than Rory. Ginny and Georgia is a darker show after all. She moves a lot, she has issue with her identity, and I guess a missing sense of belonging. But similarly, she was portrayed to be a girl who is mature beyond her age, and as it goes on, she lashes out a lot. I think she definitely has struggles, dealing with her emotions. So that kind of brings me to my next point. They both have horrible taste in men. I'm aware that Rory has more love interests in later seasons, but since I've only watched the first few seasons, I'm only drawing a comparison based on those early seasons. They both have a perfect, sweet boyfriend, Dean for Rory and Hunter for Ginny, but they cheated one way or another with Bad Boy. So one of the reasons I stopped watching Gilmore Girls is the hints that Rory was emotionally cheating on Dean with Jess. I don't know what happened later, please do enlighten me, but I don't like Jess. I liked Dean better. While Ginny slept with Marcus, her neighbor and also her best friend's twin, and of course the best friend did not know about this. The best friend, sleeping with her twin. And that is a plot device when her best friend eventually found out and all hell broke loose. Anyway, I digress. The relationships with their first boyfriends are definitely not perfect. Building Rory a car does not mean Dean should win her, and Hunter tap dancing and writing and performing to Ginny a love song does not equal to Hunter being more deserving of Ginny than Marcus. But I just felt that the show could have shown how their relationships failed due to the immaturity or the toxicity from both ends instead of introducing another equally toxic third party into the mix. But again, this is just the first season, and Ginny is a conflicted teenager after all, so there's still definitely more opportunities to watch her grow and find herself in the midst of everything. Despite all these similarities, Ginny and Georgia is definitely a very different show than Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is more of a feel-good drama kind of show, while Ginny and Georgia is, well, kind of a bit of everything. There's suspense, humor, drama, mystery, murders, high school drama, romance, politics, and many more. The cast of Ginny and Georgia is also more diverse, only fitting now that we're in 2021. The show highlights mental health struggles, trigger warning, Ginny self-harms, Abby, one of Ginny's friends, seems to have struggles with body dysmorphia, Marcus is depressed, Georgia probably has been dealing with the trauma of being sexually abused when she was younger. But sometimes these scenes just jump out of nowhere, and I guess I did not see it coming, and they did not explore it further after that. But I guess that's the point. We all have our monsters, and they're not exactly easily spotted on the outside. I'm just glad that this could spark more conversations and spread awareness about, mental health struggles, and being a show that openly talks about their characters being vulnerable. And I think it's I would say a pretty good direction in my opinion. For that reason, I am looking forward to see how the writers decide to develop and tell those stories. In conclusion, I am giving Ginny and Georgia a chance, and we'll definitely be watching a second season if the show is renewed. I hope the show has a more satisfying character arc across the major characters, and I would like to see how their stories and how mental health struggles and prevalent social issues are being discussed in the show. So if you made it this far, I guess thank you for listening to my rambling over the two shows. I am obviously overly invested in the shows that I watched. This video started with me just wanting to highlight some similarities between the two shows, but I ended up rambling even more. So thank you so much for watching.